video begins, I just want to tell you guys all, thank you for the follows. Thank you for watching my videos. I know at times I could be a boring ass bitch. So thank you for like the sympathy watches. Like, I really appreciate that. Y'all got me into the thousands. I got 1K subscribers on fucking YouTube. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And here is the origin story for Zelda, Edward, and Hilda, and how Edward went fucking missing. Because his sisters can be some shady ass bitches, and we live for it. The only proper way to dissect Hilda and Zelda is to see their relationship with Edward. So we have to go into Edward's backstory to see aspects of their characteristics. So Edward is an altar boy in the Church of Night, because remember, they're devil worshippers. And he's a conjurer, and that's something he's really talented in. And you see him down here, he's given very much Eddie Munster. So he just be up in the attic, you know, conjuring demons. He looks straight up like Eddie Munster. Like, I love that reference. And, you know, he conjures demons, which, you know, relatable, because half the time I be conjuring my anxiety. And you can't tell me that shit ain't a demon. So this is the dark father of the Church of Night, and he knows that Edward is a conjurer. So, of course, he's going to try to manipulate Edward and use it to benefit his standing within the church. And when I tell you this father, honey, thank God I never knew mine, because he gives me very much, you know, To Catch a Predator, Herbert the Pervert vibes. So as Edward gets older, you know, he shows him how he can summon different demons. This is Beelzebub, aka the Lord of the Fly reference. So one night, he comes to Herbert the Pervert, aka the Dark Father of the church, comes to Edward and like, I need your help. I need you to conjure the devil so more of our followers believe in us, because people are going towards the path of light instead of the path of night. And honey, he's like, Edward's like, I guess I can help out. And see, it's been centuries, if not eons, since the devil has walked the earth at this point in the time of the comic. So if Edward's able to conjure him, it'll renew faith back into the Church of Night. So Edward starts practicing. He summons Cerberus, but that's not the devil. So then look at him with his motherfucking belly hanging out, kicking Edward, because he's like, I need the devil. Like, where the fuck is Hilda and Zelda? Because y'all hoes always jumping in at the wrong time. Let Sabrina bring home a boyfriend that's murder. Y'all all up on her ass, but your little brother Edward back in the 17 or 1600s, he's getting his ass whooped, and here y'all go just blind to the bullshit. And one night, when Edward enters his teenage years, I think it's on Christmas, like the Dark Christmas or Black Christmas, he summons the Dark Lord. Sitting at the Black Mass is Hilda and Zelda. And look at these crabapple assholes, like, because they're shocked that he's actually doing it. They're like, because they hate that he's, you know, a boy and he's a favorite. And on that Christmas night, Edward actually summons him. So now that Edward did his part in duty and brought the devil to the Church of Night for the Dark Father over here, who asked him, and Edward's ready for his payday because the Dark Father over here promised Edward the world. But here's the problem when you promise somebody the world, you gotta have the world to give it to him. And Edward's like, oh hell no. So I've summoned the devil to your church to renew faith because people were going towards the light, and you don't even have what you promised me. And Edward's like, since you can't give what you promised me, honey, why don't I give you this surprise, and I'm gonna summon this demon who likes to eat people. And then, I mean, just look at the Dark Father, like, look at them teeth, like, boy, and you asking me to summon the devil to your church, and it look like you've been chewing on brimstone? Ooh, it's the audacity for me. But before Edward allows this demon to eat the Dark Father of the Church of Night, he says, I have a confession. This demon that's about to eat you, she's a shape-shifting demon also who likes to eat people. And it was never the devil. It was just her shape-shifting. See, where the Pope underestimated Edward is because why the Pope would send Edward to the attic to conjure all these demons and strengthen his powers, Edward was making friends with a lot of these demons, and this is the one he made friends with, and she's a shapeshifter. And she shape-shifted into the Dark Lord. And she eats him. So the next night, Edward gathers the congregation at the Church of the Night and tells them the bad news. He is dead. The Dark Father is dead. And he wants to appoint me to the Church of Night as the high priest. And that's how Edward becomes the priest of the Church of Night. And then, of course, Edward goes all, take me to church. And, but reverse. And he just gives a mighty sermon to the people, and they all agree to follow him. But not everyone. And then Edward, while he becomes high priest, he falls in love with a woman named Iola, aka Madam Satan in her human form before she went to hell. And to fast forward this part, as we already know, he breaks Iola's heart. She commits herself, and then he falls in love with a mortal named Diana, and they have Sabrina. And he thinks he's about to get his happily ever after. So the sisters find out that Edward used a shapeshifter demon to impersonate the Dark Lord, which is so blasphemy, the irony. But you know, Hilda and Zelda, in this iteration, they are not bitches to play with. They are about to bring a different meaning to demon time. And they give Edward a chance because they siblings. We grew up together in the old world. They give him a chance to confess. But you know, a narcissist is going to believe their own lie. So Zelda and Hilda decide to show their true face. And they go ham and attack him in harpy mode. And they fly him to the Greendale Woods to show him true justice. Because shit goes down in them New England woods. Believe that. And now they are taking him to the New England woods. And like I told you, shit goes down in New England. There is otherworldly shit going on in New England. Like when I tell y'all, honey, New England is more than frat boys in Patagonia and Vineyard Vine with Quaaludes in their back pocket. Honey, y'all did not hear me say that. And I'm not trying to get banned again. So moving on. They land and they got Edward all tied up. And when I tell you what they have around his neck is not a hula hoop, so we're just gonna blur that out because I don't need another reason for TikTok to ban me. And they're mad at Edward because it's like, pretty much, Edward, you were playing with our faith. Now, it may not be everybody's faith, and everybody may not believe what they believe in because it's a little extreme. However, who are we to judge? Moving on. So, and Edward's just laughing in their face because Edward just wants the power. He just wants the title. He just wants the show. Edward broke Madam Satan's heart and turned her into the beast that she is in today. If y'all watched that part, let's talk about it. Then he drove Diana insane. And it's like, you're sitting here while your sisters, who are like eons older than you, elder witches, and they're confronting you, and you got this smug on you, and you just sitting over there like, caught a vibe. And these hoes are sitting over there like, no, bitch, you didn't catch a vibe. We caught you in a lie. Willow, sign me. But you know what the true problem and the fatal flaw within Edward Spellman? He never learns from his mistake. And this is where these hoes bring sibling rivalry to a whole nother level. And Edward's pretty much trying to, you know, gaslight them and like, honey, you like, I brought pristine and power back to the name of Spellman. The Spellman name was fading out. And girl, they looked at him like, bitch, please. We were there when the first circles were carved in these woods. We were there when the earliest witch books and grimoires were written, honey. Our names are in them. We are amongst the country's oldest citizens. We come from the old country. And then they awaken a tree, because as we know, everything around us is alive, whether you believe it or not. And as Edward is being devoured by the tree, Hilda and Zelda show their true form, because like I said, they're eon years old. And this is like that girl boss horror that I love. I'm like, girl, good for you. And my girls, I feel like a proud father. They watch as the tree devours their little brother, entombing him in it. And he's like, sisters, help me. Honey, it's too late for that shit. And they're like, don't worry, we'll tell Sabrina and everybody else that you just went missing. And as he fell into the tree, he found himself in that one place, witch limbo. While the only thing he had left to keep him company was his despair. And that is how Zelda and Hilda ended up taking full care of Sabrina. And they got rid of Edward all in one swoop. Because let's be real, we don't need any more men or fathers that like to lie to their daughters.